after a plane crashed in a wooded area. The only survivor, a 7-year-old girl. What can you tell us?
Well, really, it's coming down to a heartbreaking ending here. You just mentioned, but I can confirm 4 people are now dead. The only survivor, that 7-year-old girl, and it appears all of these victims are from one family, with the exception of one person who was on board, who appears to be a babysitter for that family. That information coming from Kentucky State Police Lieutenant Brent White. Now, we did shoot some video earlier tonight, and I can tell you it was very difficult searching for the plane, because not only is it dark, but there's about 1,200 to 1,400 acres that these first responders were trying to look for damage of this plane. I'm also told that there was no smoke, no flames visible, so you couldn't really smell any fuel out here. And many of these homes that are around Lake Barkley, they are vacation homes, so several of those homes did not have people in them, so they did not hear this plane crash either. I can also tell you that this plane was coming back, or coming from Florida, to what believed to be Mount Vernon, Illinois. Again, 5 people there on board. The only survivor now, a 7-year-old girl. Lieutenant Brent White spoke to me briefly about the last contact that this pilot had with the FAA in Memphis. Take a listen.
Memphis Air Center indicated to us they believe that the emergency landing the pilot that was trying to make would have been the Kentucky Dam Airport. We're about probably 5 miles to 7 miles from that airport at our current location. The last time they had contact with the aircraft was about 1,800 feet in elevation near the northern point of Land Between the Lakes at Lake Barkley, very close to this area.
Back out here live tonight, I am told that that pilot did make a distress call to the FAA in Memphis around 5:55. Kentucky State Police then received a call about a plane down at 6:30. So about 35 minutes went by between that last contact and then when the plane did go down. The first responders out here really are applauding this 7-year-old girl. She came to the home here in this area, knocked on the door, and said that her family had been involved in a plane crash. She was not wearing any shoes. It is cold out here tonight. It is drizzling, so first responders are really applauding her for notifying that family that her family unfortunately did die in this plane crash. I can also tell you some information about this plane. It appears to be a Piper Seneca 6-passenger plane, or something close to that model, so a relatively smaller plane when you do look at those type of planes. But again, a 7-year-old, an only survivor here in this plane crash. The names of the victims here have not been released. KSP does have that information, but they are waiting to release that information to next of kin. Again, we believe family from Mount Vernon, Illinois. Reporting live tonight from our mobile newsroom in Lyon County, Robert Bradfield, WPST Local 6.